Alright, this one is called midpoint of a line in the plane. It says find the midpoint of the line segment joining the points A 2, 5 and B is -8, -3. Let me just start by plotting these points so we could see what this looks like. 2, 5, I'm going to go over 2 and then up to 5. There's my point A. And then B is -8 and then down 3. And there's my B. So if I'm going to have a line segment here, and I'm terrible at drawing straight lines, but if I was to have a line here, I know that the midpoint is going to be like, somewhere in this range, right? Visually, just to kind of give an idea of what I'm shooting for the midpoint. There's a nice formula that we can use, and it's basically you're going to add your x's, divide them by 2, and you're going to add your y's and divide them by 2. And the reason that we're dividing by 2 is because we're taking the average. We want to find the average, and so you divide by the 2. So we have an x1, y1, x2, y2, just to name them so it's a little easier to identify. So this one says x2 plus x1. Honestly, it doesn't matter if I do x1 plus x2 because it's addition, right? So I have a -8 plus 2, and that's over 2. This is going to give me the x-coordinate. And then for the y-coordinate, I'm going to do y2, which is -3, plus y1, which is 5. And again, I'm going to divide that by 2. Now we have to think about our integer rules. I have a -8 plus 2. The signs are different, so I subtract the numbers, and then I choose the sign of the larger number. Again, over on the y side, I have opposite signs. I have a -3 and a +5, so you subtract the numbers, and you choose the sign of the larger number, so that's a +2. I can simplify both of these one more time. 2 goes into 6 3 times, and it's a negative, because a negative divided by a positive is a negative. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So now I can come over here and just visually, this is my midpoint. I can say, okay, 1, 2, 3, up 1. Well, look at that. My visual approximation was pretty darn good, even though my line was kind of crooked. But that is how you use the midpoint formula to find the midpoint of a line segment.